everybody, I'm Benjamin, and today we're back playing Rensselaer County. It just updated, so we're gonna go over it. I'm actually like a couple days late, but it was their New Year's update. Nobody really expected it, and they finally added something that everybody has long awaited. Now, I don't own the vehicle because I'm broke, but let's just go over the update list real quick. So they did their New Year's event, and it was just kind of countdowns throughout the first, I believe, there's like 8 or 10 countdowns just on these clocks here, and they would like have fireworks in the game and stuff, but that is now over. It is the 2nd of January as I'm filming this. And then there's the winter transition. As you can see, the entire map is snowy. It's literally snowing. There's snow around the map. There's piles of snow. Speaking of the piles of snow, the snow plow job is back, so you can plow up these snow piles and get money from it. And the snow piles are also solid. Yeah, they're back to being solid, so if you drive on these, you will probably jump your car. And it's very annoying, I'll be honest. I like the touch, I like the feature, but it's just really annoying when you're going like 50 down the road. And so they also added a couple things. So the previous update during Thanksgiving, they added the junkyard. As you can see, there's a sign here that points you to the junkyard over in this direction, far over here. And they also added AC. That's another feature we're going to talk about in a second. But over here, they added the junkyard. It's a little ways away again here, but they added a junkyard last time where you can just use vehicles, and before you had to drive all the way to the dealership just to customize them and stuff. But now, a little further down the way, here is this brand new service center, and you can also customize your vehicles if you want to, which is super cool. I'm glad that they added this because, honestly, I was tired of driving all the way to the dealership. They also added more trees around the map, as you can see. This area used to be much more open and less filled up, but they've added bushes, trees, things like that. They have also enabled futuristic/realistic lighting. And the feature's obviously experimental right now, but you can notice a little bit of a difference, and it's quite nice. Let's see here. There's a new eye center. There are new houses. That is something that I will talk about. There are new houses on the other side of the map. They had a little new neighborhood. I believe this is the eye center. I might be wrong, but I don't think that building was ever there before. So maybe that's not it, but yeah, but they added new houses. They also made a new house app on the phone to control your house. I don't have a house, but the app is new. I'll get a house when we go to the new dealership. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with these snow piles. Like, I'm going 100 on this road. Just jumping my car every 20 seconds. See? Like that. Oh my lord. That was cool. That was pretty cool. Gotta be honest. So while we're driving, I'm gonna just talk about the new vehicles that they added. So they added a ton of new vehicles. So they added multiple Christmas vehicles. They added a 2001 Christmas Beamer, 2021 Christmas truck, I believe. There's multiple Christmas vehicles added. There's about 6 of them. Here's the new neighborhood. I'll just claim a house. It's snowy now. Let's just do weather sunny. We'll make it look nice out here, eh? But yeah, here we are. This is the neighborhood. Just simple. All of the houses are the literal exact same. There's nothing different with them. They're all the exact same. But if we go on ahead and claim this house here. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and this is the new app. It's much more feature. I can turn on ceiling fans, lights whenever I want to. Super cool. Compared to the old one, which was much more simple, but still functional. There are, let's see here. So they added new trims, I think, to vehicles, but they have got multiple. They finally added Chevy pickup trucks in game, and I have 2 of them. So this is the most expensive one you can get. A little customized as well. This is another trim. Now, these do not come with these items, like these features on them. You have to put those on in the accessories tab when you get the chance. But they added those new trucks. They added the 2021 Chevy pickup with 25 trims, and they added the 2026 Chevy pickup with 29 trims. They also added the DOT ones for those as well, which each have 2 trims. And then there is a Sternhouser, which I believe is Mercedes. And they added 2 of those, 2014 sedan and coupe. One has 10 trims, one has 5. And then they added 2 fire trucks, which have been long awaited and teased for many, many months. And I'm super happy with that because in the server that I play on, I am FD Assistant Chief, so it's super nice. That we've been teased these vehicles for a while. Now I think my only problem, I'm gonna be a little rude here, but my only issue is they're really expensive. So they added an aerial or ladder truck, and they added a rescue/engine or pumper. Now, the engine is about $400,000 in the game, and the ladder is about $800,000. Not everybody has that money, so it's kind of sad because I was really looking forward to those, but I'm a little too broke to get them. But I will still pull them up in the store, just so that you all can see them as well. And then there's also 2 new codes, which I haven't even used yet, ironically. But there are 2 new codes. I don't know where you redeem codes in this game, I gotta be honest. Here we go. So we have Winter Update, which gives you $30,000 and it expires on the 14th of January. And we have New Year's 2026, which gives you $20,000 and also expires the 14th of January. So redeem those if you'd like. Oh, the doors never did this before, so that's new. So we're gonna come into here. These are the new cars, new trims and stuff. Oh, they just added new trims to I think some of these vehicles. But these are the new trucks. Here are the new engines. Oh, they've lowered the prices. They've lowered the prices. Good. So they've lowered the prices on the engines. So the ladder is now 300,000, and the engine's now 300,000 as well. So yeah, this one's 375, this one's 275, which is still pretty expensive, but it's much more affordable compared to the prices beforehand. Because if we look at, because yeah, they added these 2, which have been teased for forever. Like forever. I think these were teased like 7 months ago or something. And I know they've been gatekeeping these items, these vehicles, for a specific roleplay server on this game, which I'm pretty sure the entire community is really mad about still. But basically, they didn't add a whole new car, they just added a new trim to these vehicles. So this vehicle has the Christmas edition trim now. So does this one. So it basically just puts Christmas lights on them. That's what it does. This one has Christmas trim. I believe this one does too. Oh no, this one just has new trims. They always are constantly adding new trims to this vehicle, I've noticed. Which I'm not complaining about, but they've added a ton. And this is a new trim. This is the Christmas edition. I believe this one has Christmas. Yep, Christmas edition. And then you have the Christmas edition as well. And then we have these 2 vehicles which are new. Look at that, eh? They're just Mercedes, like I said. There's some older sedans and coupes. Nothing too interesting. This is the Chevy 2021 DOT truck. It's the snowplow. You could get the crew cab, or you get the regular single cab if you want. These are the 2 new trucks. They have their tons of trims. I believe this is the one that has 25 trims. But they're all super cool, super good, like really well modeled. I gotta be honest, this is one of my I'm more excited for this update than I ever have. So this one is the 2026. I own 2 of these ones. This is the trim I own. I don't have this color on it, obviously, but yeah. So there you go, and then this is the other trim I have. So yeah, those are the few new vehicles, and there's also the 2026 one as well, which you could get crew cab or single if you want. So I believe that's all the vehicles for this update. Now we're going to talk a little bit about new features, such as, like I said earlier, AC. So AC/heating, basically what happens is, if I'm in my car, since it's winter, the AC is not on right now. And when the AC isn't on, what will happen is your screen will get frosted over. You gotta give it a little bit of time, obviously, but it will happen. And so, in order to keep your screen from frosting over while you're driving your car, you have to turn on your AC, and you can change the temperature of it from cold to warm to whatever. So yeah, during cold weather, like right now, how it's snowing, my screen will eventually get a little snowy. I think it takes a little bit, but that's fine, we'll wait. And then next up is vehicle snow accumulation. So, snow will accumulate on vehicles again, which basically means if it's snowing out like right now, my vehicle will end up getting snowy. And you can also grab snowballs as well. You can grab snowballs, and if you throw the snowball at the car, the snow will go on top of it. And then you just walk up to your hood or whatever part of your vehicle, and you can wipe off the snow, and your vehicle's clean again. And then there's a new dash cam interface. Now, some people who play this game know that this game has a dash cam in it for vehicles, and here's the interface. You got the little recording button, you see your fuel, temp, speed limit, you see how fast you're going, what gear you're in. You can now change and touch your cruise control. You can see your controls like that. Here's your power button, your turn signals, stuff like that. You have your drive mode. So before, this was a really good feature before, but it never really had like all the info display on it. It was kind of just like dash cam things. So it was still a really cool and well-made feature, but it didn't have all those details that you would want. So yeah, and then there's multi-emergency vehicle spawning. This has been something that people have been complaining about. So recently they added the game pass where you can spawn in multiple vehicles. As you can see, I can spawn in multiple vehicles. Private server owners can change the amount of vehicles that can be spawned, and they can go all the way up to 6. So I could spawn however many vehicles I want to. I could spawn in that truck. I could spawn in my car. I could spawn in my car. I could spawn in my ambulance. I could spawn in my other truck. I can spawn in all of these vehicles. And before, this is an emergency vehicle, and this is an emergency vehicle. I could not spawn these vehicles with these 4, or this vehicle. So if I had the ambulance spawn in, I couldn't spawn anything else. If I had this car spawn in, couldn't spawn anything else. But now they've made it so that you can. So you can now spawn in multiple emergency vehicles, and while having those emergency vehicles, you can spawn in a non-emergency vehicle, which is super nice, super interesting, and I'm really happy about it because it's a really good feature, I gotta be honest. Next up is the winter event. They always add an event for winter, like seasonal things. So as you can see here, here's our winter event. So you could pick a side. There's Santa and then there's Grinch. The Grinches, their job is to, well, prevent the Santas from delivering their presents. So as you can see, the Grinches have stopped 2 million presents from being delivered, and the Santas have delivered almost 1 million presents. So whoever gets there first gets an award. So yeah, so it says Santa's running late this year. Help him deliver the remaining Christmas presents, or team up with the garage to sabotage them. They call it the garage so they don't get copyrighted. And the complete special objectives are in cash. Like, look at this. I've delivered 20 presents, so I've gotten $15,000. And eventually I'll end up getting 40,000 when I deliver 130. So yeah, this is an accumulation of everybody. This is a global award thing. So once we reach 3 million presents delivered globally, there will be an award. That unlocks for everybody. The event ends in 8 days, so that means we have 8 days to get 3 million presents delivered, and the Grinches have 8 days to get 5 million presents delivered. And obviously you will get your awards as you go, and if your team ends up getting this reward, you'll also get that. So I believe that's actually it for this update. I'm pretty sure, at least. So yeah, I got all my cars spawned in. They're beautiful. Yeah. All of these guys, eh? Yeah, but that is the update, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure that's it, at least. If there's something I missed, comment down below. But hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.